breaking news out of Seattle's Madison Park neighborhood. A large police response. This is Interim Police Chief Shon Barnes. Let's listen in.
Oh, sorry, sir. We've got one more. Two more.
As we wait for him to start his remarks about exactly what happened here, obviously there's a very large police response in the Madison Park area just off of 32nd Avenue Street East there. Our Hannah Knowles is telling us that the police response to this is just massive, one of the largest that she's seen in a number of breaking situations that she's followed over the past 10 years. And it looks like the chief is stepping away to get another update on exactly what is happening. We understand this started as a shooting, and there's some type of SWAT standoff that has now been involved. This is an officer-involved shooting that broke out about 45 minutes ago, and just a huge response to this, Kelly.
This is right near the Arboretum, a very recognizable intersection at this spot. Looks like the chief might be coming back here, so let's take a listen.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. Good morning, everyone. I'll try to make this very brief as possible so that we can get information out to our community. Right now, we have a shelter in place here at the 3200 block of East Madison Street. Officers responded to this area about 4:51 a.m. A call went out regarding a domestic violence disturbance. Officers responded 4 minutes later and discovered a female in the front yard who ran to the officer's arms. The female collapsed, and we discovered that she had been shot. Two officers began giving life-saving measures to her. She was transported to a local hospital for treatment, at which time the officers began receiving gunfire from inside the home that they were responding to. One officer did return fire while the other two officers evacuated the victim who had been shot. Again, she is receiving treatment now at a local hospital. This is a barricaded subject right now. Officers are attempting communication. Our hostage negotiation team is here. Our SWAT team is here. And we have a large contingent of officers here trying to bring a resolution to this particular situation. So this is an evolving situation. As you can see, we have the streets blocked off. In addition to that, we have what's called a shelter in place. We do that because it's not safe to get everyone out while someone is currently firing a weapon. And so we do a shelter in place. We use our PAs to tell everyone in their homes to shelter in place, stay still, stay down until we can bring a resolution. Again, this is still an active crime scene, an active incident. Our hostage negotiators, I've heard them just recently trying to make contact with this person to get them to put their weapon down and to come out peacefully. So that's all we know right now. We're still working it, and as soon as we can bring a resolution to this, I'll come back again with more information for you.
You were saying that there's hostage negotiation. Does that imply, or is it just a protocol just in case there might be somebody else inside?
Well, we always try to negotiate when we can. We have a person inside, again, who's actively shooting, and so we would, of course, write a search warrant to enter. However, it is standard protocol to always try to negotiate with people who are barricaded.
This seems like a very big police response.
Absolutely.
Very big for, it's serious, but why is it so big?
Why is it so big? Well, you have someone who shot their partner. We have someone who's barricaded in a residential area where there's other people. You have someone who is shot at police officers coming to attempting to get help. And so we won't turn down help. We need as much police response as we can. We train for these type of incidences. These are coordinated incidents that our SWAT team is in command of now. And so we've turned over command to the people who specially train for this. And the officers, of course, because it's a residential area, we don't know if we would have to evacuate someone or move in. So, yes.
Were the officers injured?
The officers were not injured.
Being that it's a shelter in place, do you have an idea as to how big the perimeter is and who all...
I don't have an idea right now of how big the perimeter is, but again, we have, as you can see, at least 2 blocks that are cordoned off with the shelter in place. And so, again, what we're trying to do is to communicate with this person and get him to turn himself in. I don't know the status of that, but I do know that they were attempting to make contact when I came to give you some information.
Was it texted out to neighbors?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead go.
Can you clarify that? So how many officers first responded, attended to the victim, and then
we had three officers who came. 2 officers attended to the victim. 1 officer returned fire, and then they all were able to get out of the way of the gunfire. So that's what we know right now. And so I'm going to get back. There's a lot of work to be done. And so we have our officers who are on scene. And so once we know something changes, we'll be back again at this spot to give you a further update. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
A lot of new developments coming in from Seattle Police Chief, Interim Chief Shon Barnes there of this officer-involved shooting that we've been following for the past 45 minutes or so, saying that there's that shelter-in-place order for a Bloud-A 2-block area on the 3200 block of East Madison right now in Madison Park neighborhood of Seattle, all because of a domestic violence situation that they were called out to earlier this morning. And when those first few officers arrived on the scene, they say that there was a woman in the front yard who ran to those officers and then just collapsed. And they later determined that she had suffered a gunshot wound, taken to the hospital. Officers heard gunfire coming from that home. They returned fire. Now they're in that barricaded situation, that SWAT standoff situation with the suspect who has been firing some shots. Hostage negotiators now called in to try to get that situation under control. We'll follow it here throughout the morning and have updates for the rest of the hour.